All right, we're good to go. Yeah, my broadcast is muted. All right, it says we're live. So welcome everybody to the Japan Beer Hour. Yep.
Greetings.
I won't know if you guys are all here yet, because this thing has a comment lag of about 40 seconds. But all right, so let me just make sure this is working correctly. If you guys can hear us, please let us know. So. All right, so welcome to the Japan Beer Hour. My name is Phoenyx77. I am your co-host, together with today Bushido Devil Dog. Say hi there, Bushido Devil Dog. Yes, he's
Me?
frozen.
I'm here.
All right, and of course Kanto Kitsune. Well, it's good to see you guys here today. And this is the first episode of the Japan Beer Hour. Awesome. Thank you, Lucas, for telling me that we can hear you. So, I guess I guess I'll give a brief intro on what we're drinking today. I'm drinking what is this? Bia Harnu from Matsue Beer. So this is basically Lafcadio Hearn beer from Matsue Prefecture. And if you know anything about Lafcadio Hearn, he lived there. He's from Greece, moved to America, then moved there. And I got this from the Tokyo department store for about 600 yen. So what are you guys drinking?
Actually, there you go. Now you could hear me because Phoenix decided to mute me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear Fox. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Now you could hear
let
me.
us know if you can hear Fox now. I had
He had me muted. Such a great host. Matter of fact,
I'm such a
might be
noob at
muted.
this.
You might want to raise my volume a little bit because it's still a little low.
I put it up.
You put it up? Okay,
It's
good.
all the way up, yeah.
Anyways, as I was discussing, I said I like blondes, and I like them from the Far East. The Far East, Tokyo Blonde. This one I picked up at the Tokyo department store, and what was it? It was like almost like 300 yen, 400 yen or so. Not bad. It's like one of my favorites here in Japan.
Nice.
And how about yourself, dog?
Tonight's I don't know, beer or how do you say meal in a can is going to be a can of Ichigo Biru. So, all right. By the way, my camera's up here, not down here. Ichigo Biru. Let's see what we got. It is a Pilsner for those of you that cannot read the label there. It is Pilsner. 5% alcohol, we believe. And states that it's from Japan's first microbrewery. So let's pop the top and see what we got.
All right.
You said pop.
Yeah. Let me play for you the song of my people.
Well, yeah, you guys pop it up and let's do a kanpai.
All right, hold
Those of
on.
you watching at home, be sure to kanpai as well.
Yes.
And what the hell, Sean, bro? The show is tweeted out in Norwegian? That's kind of strange.
Hey, that's pretty cool because one of my shows tweeted out in Spanish.
Yeah, everything I posted on Twitter came out in English for me, so it's kind of strange.
Pouring the beer, pouring the beer.
I'm gonna kanpai from the bottle here.
All right, here it goes, guys. So freaking, at the count of 3.
Entirely too much head. In this case, that's a bad thing. But anyway.
Well, you know the dog loves head. So
Yeah.
here goes, guys.
There you go, kanpai. Kanpai, guys.
Cheers. Bottoms up,
All right.
suckers.
Not bad at all.
So Phoenix, can you tell us a little bit more of your beer? What's the taste like? Can you describe
Yes,
it?
sir. It is a very standard lager. It's kind of fruity. You can take a look at this. This is, if you can see that, it's pretty much the color. It's a nice dark amber color. Very, very clear amber, actually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these lagers have quite a bit of a bite to it, but it's goes down easy. Yep. Not
You heard
bad.
it here, guys. Phoenix likes them easy.
Out of now Fox, Kanto Kitsune, Fox, and Bushido Devil Dog and I, we created like a bitterness level out of 10. And I gave this like 10 being extremely bitter, whereas 1 being not bitter at all. I give this like a 4.
4 in bitterness.
Yep.
Nice. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pandalicious.
And yes, as I said earlier, I'm having the Tokyo Blonde, which is from the Far East Company, and this one's got a clear beer. It's very light flavor, very kind of fruity, and yeah, I'd say on the bitterness scale, it's probably kind of like a 3 out of 10. Very, very easy to drink.
There you go.
Delicious.
So what about you? What about you, Dogster?
Bitterness. Like I said, this says on the label it's a Pilsner. Very light, nice gold color. It's I'd say maybe a 3, maybe a 4. It's not very sweet, but you know, it's kind of. You say it's not really strong either way, but yeah, not very. Maybe a 3 on bitterness.
That's good.
That's good. That's nice. So, in order to give the guests a little bit more information on, you know, beer itself, because not many people are aware of the whole, you know, bitterness. What's the difference between a lager, IPA, and stuff like that? Phoenix, can you get the party started and look up your beer first and see if you can go into further explanation?
I don't know if you guys can see my screen or not. I have this app called Untapped, and I mention this every Thirsty Thursdays video I do. And you guys definitely should download it. It's www.untappd with it's untappd.com. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just saying it's very useful if you like beer.
Yeah, we only got like $3 from this.
But they have an entire database. Any beer you can imagine, they have it on here. So I'm gonna look up mine. It's called the Beer Hurt, I think. It's going to be kind of hard to find because I've never seen this beer before. This is a...
They have...
No, I found it.
Oh, you found it. Congratulations.
Beer Hern Pilsner. It's exactly what this one is. So this beer is a Pilsner. It is 5% alcohol. The IBU isn't listed because normally they don't list IBU. IBU is called International Bitterness Units. It's the official bitterness ranking. But the way they calculate that, it's kind of complicated. So I figured, like, for our show, we would just, you know, do our own scale, you know, out of 1 to 10.
Word.
And only 47 people have drank this beer. So I'm the 48th person to have this one.
You're special.
Yeah, you're so
despite the fact they had like an entire row of it at the Tokyo department store. So everybody smile. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it to Untapped.
Ching.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
So, yeah, let me get this one set up real quick. On Untapped, you can give it a rating. I'll give this a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. It's not bad at all.
Delicious.
Not bad at all. It's really, really good. And actually, if you do certain objectives, you get badges. I don't know if you can see that. I unlocked Rising Sun badge. This is my 165th Japanese beer, and then this was my 25th Pilsner.
Do you get like a badge for like being drunk and stumbling out at night? Like it's the 7th time I woke up and, you know, like body parts hurt that aren't supposed to hurt.
Okay, in terms of your beer, Fox, your beer is actually another Pilsner too.
Yeah, this is a Pilsner. Here you go. This is the Tokyo Blonde.
Yep. It has. That's an alcohol rating of 5%, right? Or am I looking at something wrong?
5%.
Yeah, 5%. The Untapped rating is 3.5, and 183 check-ins were recorded on this app. 13 this month.
Nice.
So, people seem to like it. I'm looking at the feed. People seem to like that one. So it's a nice beer. And for the... I've drank your beer too, Dogster.
Okay. Awesome.
Is that the Pilsner?
Yeah. Also, I just all three of us are doing Pilsners. Quite a happy accident here. So, yeah. So what's Untapped got to say about the Pilsner for this?
That one also has an alcohol value of 5%. The Untapped rating is 3.00. And I've drank it once, it says on here, and 432 check-ins were recorded. I give it a rating of 4.75 on Untapped. It's from Echigo Beer in Niigata.
Yes, yes. On the N-type scale, what is the scale? You said 4.7 out of how many out of 10?
5. It's
Okay.
out of this. The rating is out of 5 on
Okay,
Untapped.
okay.
And actually, I didn't check. I didn't check Fox's
That's right. It's up to
thing.
5
The
because when
brewery.
you can't get up to 10.
Yeah, Fox's is from Nippon Craft Beer Company, which is a brewery in Minato.
Very nice. Yeah, this I would say it doesn't really have a strong flavor. If anything, it's kind of, I don't know, complete rank amateur as far as I'm trying to evaluate and explain the different flavors of beer, so bear with. But I don't know, it's maybe a little bit stronger, kind of, to me, in the class of Sapporo Asahi, that type of general feel as far as the texture, taste, whatever. But definitely a little bit more put into it than those two beers for sure. So.
Does it have
That's
more
good.
flavor? Is it fruity? Is it sour? Does
Mm.
it put bark in your bite, dog?
Woof woof. No, not
Oh,
sour.
man.
No, it's very smooth. I really don't like so much as the sour, more bitter beers. So that's quite smooth. So.
Cool.
A lot of times when I rank beers, I often compare it to like where it would be good to drink it. Like if I was to drink it at a picnic, a hanami, or at a bar with friends, or at a nightclub, or at the beach.
Or in the toilet.
A place you want to get drunk.
Yeah, really.
Just
Where do
here
you guys-
dropping a deuce. Feel like an IPA
Just
today.
taking a shit, just chugging a beer.
Uh,
Where do you guys think, for your
That should be
beers,
a
where do you
bet.
guys think would be a good place to drink those beers? Do you think, for parties or whatever, what do you guys think?
That's a good question. Actually, yeah, to give an honest answer, for this beer, this would be just kind of like a relaxing beer, sitting
Mhm.
outside with friends, just having a casual conversation, watching fireworks or something.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, this would be a beer that you'd kind of like to just take it easy with.
That's good.
Yeah. Dogster.
Yeah, likewise. This one's, it's not heavy. I mean, the texture is very light. It's not thick like say a Guinness or anything. So yeah, just be a good summer beer. So.
Yeah, I've had that one on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, trying to get into this of how to evaluate and understand the different types of taste pilsners, versus IPAs, et cetera, et cetera. But I would think this would probably kind of go good with, I don't know, like barbecue food or something, summer beer. So
That's good.
That's good. Phoenix, sir, what do you think?
I think this would be a very good beach beer. Matsue is kind of on the coastline of the Sea of Japan, so this has that kind of feeling to it. Like if you've ever been to Niigata as well, they have that. Oh, thank you, Mikey-chan, for watching my video. Mikey-chan's awesome. Actually, we probably should give some shout-outs to the people in the comments as well.
Yeah.
I'll do that after this. But this is a pretty good beach beer, or just maybe if you're at a harbor. There's this beer I drank when I was in Charleston, South Carolina. I drank it while sitting at the marina, and this beer reminds me of that beer. So it's kind of like a summer beer, like Bushido Devil Dog said.
Nice. I bought my second car in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Marine Corps, yeah. So.
Beautiful city.
Oh yeah. One
You
thing
guys got the history.
Yeah.
I should go through the comments here and say hello to everybody. There's currently 10 people watching right now, so wow,
Awesome.
I'm pretty surprised.
10 people that were able to find the link.
They have the technology.
Yep, Ninjaru is here. Charlie no Seikatsu is here. That's good. Welcome, Charlie. Christina in Japan is here. Welcome.
Nobuta.
Nobuta, yeah.
Who else we got? Sean Brown. Hey, he always pops in. Good to see
Yep.
you.
Kaz said he'd check it out later, I guess.
Huzzah.
Pandalicious, Lucas, hey.
Hey, another frequent flyer. Lucas,
Yep.
good to see you, bro. So.
Got Pandalicious in the house. Mikey
Yep.
Jen.
And of course, Mikey-chan.
Sean
Pandalicious.
Bro.
So welcome, guys. You guys are awesome for tuning into our first show. You're witnessing
Hello.
history here.
If Lucas is still here, I think he's in the Philippines. I'll be heading there this weekend. So
All right, that's right.
I'll get to go to the home of one of my favorite beers in the world, good old San Miguel. So definitely.
Nice. Oh, I've had one of those before.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up,
yeah.
Dark Raven? How you doing?
Hey, greetings, greetings.
Welcome to the stream. So what we're gonna do now is, well, all three of us we're gonna talk about. This is our first episode. You guys are probably wondering how we got into beer ourselves. And in future episodes, we're gonna have
We're all
guests on
alcoholics.
the show. We're gonna have guests on the show, and we're gonna have our guests tell their beer story as well. And I want you guys in the comments as well to let me know. Well, if you're watching the replay of this stream, I want you guys to let me know what your beer story is as well. So I'd be really curious to see how you guys got into beer, or if you're just a casual drinker, you've never drank anything before in your life. Oh, what's up, Cinemac Japan? That is Dave.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? And then Dean. Hey, Dean.
Dean,
Welcome.
Hey,
brother.
what's up?
There we go. So I guess should I start?
Yes, start.
Yep.
You're the
All right,
host.
cool.
You're the man. So you the man.
All right, so
All
I'll
right,
ask
go.
you the question. So, how did you get into beer, Mr. Phoenyx 787?
Well, honestly, my first ever alcoholic beverage was my grandma gave me vodka on the rocks.
When I was 4.
You know
I
the story's going to be good when
Yeah.
you start out with my
I was-
grandma gave me.
I was
Go
16 years old at the time, and my dad gave me a sip of his Bud Light, and I was like, "Oh, this is awful."
Yeah.
Bud Light is still awful.
Yes.
And I kind of avoided alcohol for a while because I didn't like, I was afraid of getting drunk, and I didn't drink at all in high school. Except I had a couple glasses of wine here and there, and then when I got to college, people, went to parties and people handed me drinks and stuff, and I was like, oh crap. So I drank a few Bud Lights. I didn't like it, but I stuck with wine mostly. And sometime when I moved into my own apartment, my parents often took me shopping. Whenever they visited me in Arizona, because my parents live in Ohio. And whenever we went shopping, especially with my dad, he would always buy me cases of beer. He's like, Zach, you'll need this. You're going to need this beer. Put it in your fridge. Whenever you have guests over, hand them a beer. I'm like, okay, but I don't want Bud Light. So we ended up buying a lot of regional beers, like Estrella Damm and Sapporo and a few other country beers that they had at the store. Not to mention the Kilt Lifter from Four Peaks Brewery in Phoenix. So I drank them here and there, but I mostly preferred wine whenever I hosted house parties at my apartment. But when I turned 21, I know, yeah, breaking the law, whatever. When I turned 21, I had, my 21st birthday party. I went to a beer bar in Tempe, near Arizona State, and I tried this IPA, and I forgot what it was, but I forgot what it was, but it was incredibly bitter. It probably had a bitterness scale on our scale of like 9, or an IBU of like 70 or 80, which right now for me isn't that bitter. But I was like, oh my god, that's insane. So I stuck with lagers for a while, and then I got more and more into craft beer, especially after I moved here. I tried a bunch of different beers from all the local breweries and stuff. And my friend kind of challenged me. He's like, Zach, you don't seem to like IPAs much. So I was like, okay, fine, screw it, I'll get more IPAs. And I started drinking IPAs like a challenge to myself. So I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. And eventually IPA became my favorite beer, including Brewdog, which is actually on my glass here. I don't know if you see that. So for the last like 2 or 3 years, it's just been nothing but IPA and other crazy beers. So if you saw my video I posted earlier, from my Thirsty Thursdays video, I drank the most unusual beer I've ever had, which was a milk stout oatmeal. It was milk stout brewed with oatmeal and coffee. I mean, when I was 18 years old, I would never dreamt of drinking something like that. So that's my beer story. What
That's how you got into beer. Interesting.
Yeah. about yourself, Fox?
Well, kind of like you, actually. A very similar story. My father used to have a bunch of Budweiser in the house at a very early age, so me and my brother kind of snuck into the fridge, got a Bud, went outside, popped it open. Brother tried it, immediately spat it out. I tried it, immediately spat it out, and we both agreed Bud was crap. So, yeah, flash forward into my teen years and obviously house parties and all that. We avoided beer because of that experience. But vodka was our main two, gin was our main two, and of course tequila. And it wasn't until I was like around 21 or so, I went to a brewery up in Northern California with a friend, and originally we were going there just to meet up, but he got me kind of like one of those like samplers.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so he was like, "Here, try this beer." I tried it. I immediately just kind of had this like gag reflex. I was like, "Oh, this tastes like crap. It tastes like crap." He hands me the next beer. I take a sip. It just tastes like crap too. I don't like beer. Beer is disgusting. It tastes nasty. So what he did to me is like, "Okay, but you hate it. That's cool. That's all right. But can you tell the difference?" And he must have handed me what must have been kind of like a stout and an IPA. And I was like, all right, let's see. What is the difference? I was like, okay, well, this one's bitter as hell, and this one's smooth and kind of thick, but I don't like them. He's like, no, that's cool. That's cool, but can you tell the difference? And I was like, okay. And that was kind of what sparked my interest in beer, because I always assumed that everything tasted like Budweiser.
Beer
Well,
is
there you
beer.
go.
So I had this like bias that everything tasted like crap. But eventually from there, I kind of grew out of that mentality and basically went on to try a bunch of different beers all over California. And then it started to be kind of like a passion where I would go anywhere and everywhere just to try new things. If I see something new on in the 7-Eleven shelf or new at the grocery market, I would buy it. And that's how kind of like I developed this whole process of always going out, buying new things, trying new beers all the time.
Yeah, so you're right. It's very similar to how I got into beer, too. What's going on, Kanto Kitsune?
Yep.
You just hopped on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how about the Dogster? How'd you get into beer?
Well, kind of similar. I mean, it sounds like we all have pretty much similar experience. Likewise, my first time that I remember was, my dad was a Coors guy just because it was cheap and had a can of Coors that was like maybe like a little bit left in it, and I was just like, I'm going to see what it's all about.
Got the silver bullet.
Yeah. I was just like, So, of course, it didn't help that this had been left at room temperature for a while. So
of course.
Yeah. And that you were like 2 years old, but
exactly, yeah. I think I was about 12, so yeah. But still, I was like, yeah, okay, not understanding it, not feeling it here, bros. Don't get what's the big deal. But then, got a few years older. Fast forward, there was this tiny little gun club I joined called the United States Marine Corps, and those boys tend to like beer. So, my really didn't start drinking heavy because my MOS school was in 29 Palms, California, which was not completely owned by the U.S. military, so it still had to stick with military rule or the California state rules for the age of legal drinking, which was 21. And so, I really didn't get to drink too often, on base there without, having to avoid the staff duty NCO and stuff. So it wasn't until Okinawa.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that's that's when they let the dog out. So
it's absolutely not like we're alcoholics here.
No, not at all.
Totally.
Before I went, they said you can on Okinawa as a U.S. Marine, you can do three things. You can get religion, you can become a PT stud, or you become an alcoholic. Well, I just obviously lean towards option number 3, But then that was just drinking to get drunk, just to party. So my go-to beer on Okinawa was either Budweiser because forgive me, Father, forgive me for my sins, but I did not know better. But also
disgusting.
Yeah, I started getting more Odeon. So.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I got away from the Bud after having my first Odeon. I'm like, that was pretty much my go-to beer. Unless they didn't have it, then I would go back to Bud. But even then, I didn't really start getting, really. Oh, not drunk. No, that was a given, bro. That was a given. I said I didn't start appreciating alcohol for its taste versus its, put me in my happy spot qualities. So I didn't start really getting into that till about 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
in the comments, I'm sorry.
Dozo.
In the comments, they're putting like emojis of frothy beer bottles. Yeah, I can't find that emoji. I'm looking for it.
You just click the smiley and then you got to scroll down. Okay, or also maybe go to the side. I see there's different ones. Yeah. You click to the little crown and the flower thing. I guess that's more options. But all right, cool. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
I'll find it later. But sorry for interrupting.
No, so basically, yeah. Short answer. It wasn't until maybe in the past 10 years or so that I've really, changed my thinking instead of just being like, oh, beer good, get drunk, changing my thinking from that into actually slowing down and appreciating the taste and trying to understand or learn about, okay, this area. Same thing with whiskey. Got into whiskey about 35 years old, trying to learn, okay, well, this type of taste is from this area and it's going to have this flavor, whereas this type is from this area and it's going to have more of this kind of taste.
Yeah, I'm developing a taste for whiskey myself. I love Yamazaki. They're pretty good.
So yeah, it's been a long time. I'm not quite a young kid anymore. There you go.
Oh, I found it. Here's the beer. Actually, they actually have a kampai emoji as well.
You can see my early times in the background. Capybara's garden, my early times. You can see in the back there. So.
John, whiskey. We should have a whiskey hour one of these days.
Hell yeah, that's what I said. We should maybe not narrow this down to beer, make it the Japan booze.
Makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that it's a good idea. What I was going to ask now is,
yep.
I was going to ask you guys the best beer you've ever had, or the worst beer you guys ever had.
Good lord.
Should I start on that one?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Best beer. Well, it's kind of hard for me to say, but best beer I've had best Japanese beer I've ever had was the Surugube IPA from Baird. Oh my god, it's a double IPA, 7-point-something alcohol percentage. It's amazing. Maybe I'll have it for the show sometime. They sell it at the Tokyo department store as well. It's my dad loves that beer too, if that gives you any impression. And the worst beer I've ever had was Asahi Super Dry. I'm not a fan of Asahi Super Dry at all.
Oh god. Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
How about you, dog?
The worst beer, well, besides my first one, which, again, that completely blew my mind. It's like, people actually drink this crap. Yeah, since coming to Japan, and, even here in Japan, you guys just kind of dogged on Asahi, but to me, even that's kind of like the Budweiser of Japan. You can pretty much get it anywhere, anytime. It's fairly cheap. But even then, that Sapporo, of the three main ones, Sapporo, Asahi, Ebisu. Sapporo's usually my go-to beer of the three big makers. But the level of that, to me, is so much higher than like Budweiser or Pabst Blue Ribbon, all the cores, Which when I'm back home, it makes me appreciate, what we have in Japan as far as the quality of beer.
For sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, because if you compare anything with piss water, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's, my guys that I'm in contact through Facebook, my old Marine Corps buds, and also my cousins stuff, when I go back, they're like, yeah, here's PBR. I'm just like, if it's the only game in town, I'll take it. But I've learned from experience also to kind of bring my own craft beer, try to buy, I bring a 6-pack or 12-pack of my own before.
Yeah, I always bring a bunch of craft beer to every beach party I go to, and everybody's like, Zach, can you give me more of that?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, back off, man. It's mine. Back off. So,
I own!
I always bring a bunch of Brewdog in case Makoto, who's always at the beach parties, if you guys know Makoto, he's always in my videos.
Oh, yeah.
In case he wants any beer, so I always have to bring extra beer for him.
Right. So definitely, living in Japan has definitely made me a bit of a beer snob. So I cannot go back and have any of the typical, like I said, the U.S. mass-produced piss water beers. So yeah. I can't do it anymore. So yeah. So worst beer, I'd say any one of those. Now that I know better.
Yep.
Bud, Coors Light, Coors, and all that crap. Yeah. So I can't hang with it. Probably the worst. The best. Ah,
Oh yeah, the best.
I know. It's kind of like Pokemon. You got to drink them all. You know, you got to try them all.
Gotta drink them all. Got 'em drunk. Yeah. Kids, do your homework.
I really like Kilkenny. I guess I had that here in Shibuya in what's the bar that I had? I don't know. You guys gonna know it.
I know where that is. Yeah, the Dubliners, Irish pub.
Not Dubliners. The one. The Hobgoblin. Yeah, Hobgoblin.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like the creamy smooth Kilkenny, but it's kind of hard to find that, unless I really make a special effort. So my normal go-to beers, as far as my top 5 or whatever, I know this is a controversial one, is Corona. I love my Corona. Let's stop beer, that's best, but I dig it. San Miguel, the Philippine San Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
Spain.
And I'm sure there are others out there. I'll just have to continue the search to broaden my horizons and find the perfect beer for me. So the quest continues.
The quest continues.
It seems like the consensus in the comments is Natty Light's the worst possible beer.
It's pretty close.
I've never tried it.
Same here. I don't know. So
I refuse to try it.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Delicious, yeah. Kenny, digging it.
Cool,
I was
sweet.
making a South Park joke and none of you guys laughed.
Sorry, I was talking.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was drinking burr.
Yeah. Drink beer.
Prioritize.
What about you, Fox? What's your
Yes.
What's your favorite and least favorite?
Okay, we'll start off with the least favorite because I cannot pronounce my my favorite. Least favorite would probably have to be something like Budweiser, Coors Light, Natty Ice, or Asahi Super Dry. I just do not like them because, as the old saying goes, it's like having sex on a canoe. Fucking water.
I thought I've seen you grab Asahi Super Dries though. I mean,
no, the difference is that they have an Asahi that comes in like in the gold can. It's like the premium. That is all right.
That's the thing about Japan's major breweries. They actually are trying to compete with craft beer instead of trying to buy the craft beer.
Yeah. No, but Asahi actually does occasionally make a really, really good beer. However, Super Dry is crap.
Yeah, Super Dry.
There's a reason why they try to serve it as cold as possible, so that way it just feels like you're drinking a cold drink, and that's it. They want to mask the flavor. Now, I'm not trying to knock on Asahi too much because, like I mentioned, their other beers are okay.
Some of their seasonals are really good.
Just Super Dry will make you super cry.
No, well, still allow me to submit that still Asahi to me Super Dry is still I don't know, just mountains above Bud or Coors or any of that shit. So.
Of course.
Yep.
It's like having one loaf less of poop to eat. Anyways, moving on. My favorite beer. Good Lord, this is tough. I actually have 2 favorite beers. Hands down, 2 favorite beers. One is Swan Lake Porter. Swan Lake is a...
I've had that.
Yeah. Freaking delicious. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yep.
Just has a really deep flavor. It's kind of like the consistency of like a Guinness. Sweet, deep, and the aftertaste is just amazing. And I highly recommend it. Swan Lake Porter, if you guys ever get the chance. Another one is a German beer that I have no idea how to pronounce. Klaatu Niktu.
That's the guy out in Josh.
Is it one of those older breweries or something?
It's actually a German beer, and it has a really, really amazing smoked flavor. I think it's I'm gonna butcher it here, so I apologize, but it's Act Schlenkerla Rock Beer Erkbach.
Yeah, it's probably a rock beer then. If it's smoky.
Yeah, so here I'll just paste it in. There it is. It should be in the chat. You guys are probably wondering why the hell I posted that. But I'll even send a link as well. But this beer.
Rock beers are awesome.
Amazing.
Mikey's like, what the? You'll see.
and I highly recommend it to anybody if you ever get the chance or if you ever see it.
I had quite a few Rauch beers at the Oktoberfest back in May. And actually, when I was in Hiroshima, I tried a Rauch beer from Fujizakura Heights that was really, really good. Yeah. It's
Well,
very
Christine in
impressive.
Japan says, "I miss Sam Adams. Indeed, it would be nice to get some of the American beers like that. For
I've
sure."
had Sam Adams before. They have it at the wow. Where did I have it? I
it's
had it.
not.
I had it at a restaurant.
Mm.
I forgot which restaurant though. I think it was. Ah, crap. I think it was TGI Fridays I had it at.
Yeah, well, Google's not allowing me to share any links here, so you guys saw the name. I pasted it, so just do a search on that and you'll find it.
Alright.
So yeah, those are my two favorite beers and my most hated beers.
Yeah. What about this? The most interesting place you guys drank a beer, like the most unusual place that you bought a beer and drank it from. This is gonna be a little bit of a thinker.
Yeah, no, see,
Unusual place?
For me,
Yeah.
I can answer that already because when I was down in Issei, I visited Issei Shrine, and right next to Issei Shrine there is a Shotengai, and you can just walk down there, and like as soon as you walk in, they have a Issei Kadoya stall. So I picked up one of their pilsners, and I was walking around Issei Shrine with a beer in my hand in the middle of February. My hand was frozen solid, but it was totally worth it, and it was a great beer.
I've been there, but I don't remember that beer standing out. But
It looks like it was new.
The weirdest or strangest place I've drank a beer. I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank. Let me think on that. I can tell you the weirdest things after drinking a lot of beer. Got plenty of those stories.
You can find those on the Devil Dog 2 channel.
Yeah. How I ended up with that goat in the bed, I have no idea. But
Either on Live Leak or X videos.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Strange place drinking beer. I don't know. Well, we just did our Fuji hike. We were both probably the same mindset. We didn't want to have any like major celebrations till we finally got down off that nice mountain. By the time you get up there, yeah, you learn a lot not like it so much. So we didn't have any beer up on top, but it was available, right? I mean,
yeah, it was available.
Yeah, I didn't make a point to look, but I'm sure there was beer, machines up there.
Beer machines on the peak of Mount Fuji.
Yeah. So
I would have bought one myself.
as
if I
one
went up
does, but no, we were just like, no, we still got, because that's the thing. Mountain climbing, once you get up, you got to get down. So that's only half the journey. So
Only half the journey.
Yeah.
there. Charlie mentioned the YouTube meetup in Kyoto he's trying to put on. Obviously, Kyoto's a bit out of the way for some people, but then again, a lot of people who come to the
store.
A lot of people who come to the Tokyo events, this is out of the way for them too. So I'm gonna try to go down there to the Kyoto meetup. It's Christina. It's in November. I'm not sure when it is.
Yeah, I'd like to if I ever get out of the poorhouse, but we see there's the much cheaper overnight trains. That might be a good weekend adventure. So try to see how that goes.
Could be nice. Yeah, definitely.
I know, probably just in Japan, talking about the weirdest places, the fact that, I think Molly touched on this, as far as drinking beer and alcohol in general, except for driving, well, even then, I mean, it kind of plays into that, is it treats you like an adult. So I can be in front of the cop station, in front of the Koban, drinking it up, getting stupid drunk, but as long as I'm not, like, punching Obachans in the head, and making a lot of noise, they'll leave you alone, so.
Oji-san's a free game, however.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially for like this old boy this morning. I swear to God, I was on the commute this morning. I walked behind this dude. Dude never faced me at all with his mouth, but I was like a meter away behind the guy, and I could still smell old boy's breath. I was like, damn. But anyway, so yeah, just the fact that you can drink right in front of a cop, no problem. There's none of these, no drinking in public laws. You can be riding in the car, cruising down the interstate, as long as you're not the guy driving, drink to your heart's content. So, can't do that in the States, so that's kind of cool. What was that clink that just popped up?
I was adjusting your audio. Your audio was actually lower than the rest of ours.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So I was just trying to match it up, equalize it a little bit more.
Oh, they got that one also, yeah, maybe, bust up the drill instructor voice. Hey-rah! There we go.
Yeah. What about yourself, Kanto Kitsune? What'd you
Honestly, I have not had any weird places to have beer, or at least none that I could recall.
Mm-hmm.
However, the most scenic that I've had has probably been up on Tokyo Skytree.
Oh,
Up
yeah.
at that top. Yeah, just chilling at the little bar that they have there, just having a beer and just enjoying the view. I think that was kind of a highlight.
There you go.
I just probably just now remembered probably my most head scratching one. I'd been in Japan maybe 1 year, maybe almost 2 years. One thing about Japan is, they like to drink. Kind of one of my most interesting beer-related culture shock things was I was on the school trip. This is like a weekday official school trip with I was still in the JET program at this time with my Ichinensei kids. We went to Odaiba. And so we get there like 6:45. We're all there, be on time. Got to be punctual. So of course, Japan 7 o'clock. Boom, time to go. They shut the doors on the bus. Bus driver turns it up, starts to go. Hey, dozo! Boom. They reach into the cooler, start passing out the beers. Not to the kids. Let me clarify. I'm on the parents' bus, not the kids' bus. Okay. Although that would have been cool as well. But I'm on the bus with the.
Here you go, little Susie.
Yeah. Come here, Johnny. Come here, Kenji. Make you man. Now I'm on the PTA bus with all the parents, right? So this teachers with the parents of the kids we're teaching, 7 in the morning, not 7 at night. No. 7 a.m. in the morning. Hi, who wants a beer?
Just cracking them open.
Yeah, and these guys were like, "Hi, dozo!" Just literally, they were passing them from the front to the back, and it's like, "Yeah, dozo." I'm like, dude,
that's awesome.
It's 7 in the morning, and they're like, "Hey, go for it." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of shocks me because, if you guys don't know this, I was at school at Jochi Daigaku for 2.5 years here, and I was at school previously at Arizona State for 2.5 years. And my old university, Arizona State, has a reputation for being a party school, and sometimes on a Thursday or on a Friday, my friends would get drunk. Fridays, everybody shows up to campus drunk and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, Friday night and Saturday night, everyone's going out to parties and stuff. Here, oh my God, Japanese people take it a step farther. It's like it was like a Thursday night, a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whenever, Monday evening. We're going to Nomikai and everybody's getting all drunk. It's insane. It puts my old university's party school reputation to shame. Shame on you, Arizona. You don't go hard enough. I mean, it's Thursday right now. We're still getting drunk.
Yeah.
Charlie knows they got to put the event link in the comments, but he actually literally wrote out the event link: facebook.com/events/ all those.
Right.
You have to, because it doesn't let you post links, even though they allow you to do it in the normal comments, which is absurd.
Yeah.
Copy that and paste.
Charlie, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna leave that link in the description of this video when the live stream is done. And hey, Tikyo Sam jumped in. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
He finds everyone attractive and has a massive boner. But mostly for the clear signal you guys got on this broadcast. Hey, that's awesome. That's good news then.
Cheers, then. Cheers.
Love you, Sam.
Hey, if he tips me $20, I may give him a little extra show. You know what I mean? So, all right.
Oh God, I'm glad your name card was somewhat blocking your tits there.
Yeah. Most everyone is. They would need to bust out sunglasses to block themselves from my whitey McWhiteness. So.
Sam, I wanted to say, dude, I was rewatching all the promo videos for the Hanami this past year and for the beach party. You guys, you two, Kanto Kitsune and Devil Dog, you guys make really good promo videos. Those are funny as all hell to watch.
Yeah, that was a good effort. Yeah,
I love rewatching those. Those were funny.
How many? There was 5 of us involved with that, right? With that shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5 or 6, right? So.
Yeah, and then it got taken down by YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, because he used I guess copyrighted music, so he put it on Vimeo.
Yeah. Probably the
Power of love.
Sam
Where-
paid the token, but where's the
Where are
chicks?
the chicks? All right, got you covered, buddy. So you know, got the tits.
Good lord, this show has degraded.
I call this a success. How many people are viewing? I'm not even looking at the viewers. We have 12 viewers. I mean,
I'm not even looking at the viewers. We have 12
Yeah,
viewers.
I'm looking at the view count rather. I call this a success. We have, yeah, I agree with you, Sam. I should help you. I want to help you guys with that sometime. Next time you do something. We have a lively comment section and 12 viewers. I call this a success.
Well then, sir, we're about almost 50 minutes in here into
Yep.
this show. Any word on when the next one will be, or any possible guests you'd like to reach out to?
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Kanto Tsunami, and I think for next week's guest, he was one of the first guys to comment on the post I made on the events group.
Mhm.
But if any of you guys out there have access to Japanese beer or Japanese booze, we're gonna talk it over, see if we're gonna include whiskey or whatever involved. Leave a comment, email or Twitter us, and let us know if you guys want to be on the show. The next show is most likely going to be next week, Thursday. I will be back from my trip. I'm traveling on. I will be back that night from Osaka. If that changes, I'll let you guys know, because my dad and I are traveling around like Tuesday, Wednesday, and early Thursday. So as of right now, look for September 17th to be the day we do this next show. Did Dogster sign off?
I think he probably crashed.
Oh crap!
He should be back on. I noticed it was quiet.
Yeah.
Charlie Nosekatsu says that he'd be interested in coming on.
Yeah, of
Is
course, Charlie. Let's figure it out. Let's make a list of people who want to do this and schedule and stuff.
Pandalicious is also down, and he says he's happy with whiskey. And
Awesome.
so, just to give you guys a little heads up on this show, it will primarily be hosted on Phoenix's channel. We originally wanted to make it on the collaboration channel, but there seemed to be a mix-up in links or whatever the hell. So, yeah, you can find it on Phoenix's channel. He will be the main host. As for me, I'm kind of just like the guest for this time.
Yes, but if we have like a thing where the Dogster can't make it, I'll probably call Fox to come on in and take over, I guess, or be a co-host. But for the most part, I will be the guy in charge of this thing, I guess. But it was supposed to be me and Bushido Devil Dog co-hosting this, and Kanto Kitsune. I wanted you to be a host too, but your wishes are something I have to obviously respect. So.
Thank you.
Yep. So I can't seem to get a hold of the Dogster. He might have had his internet go down.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, Sean, bro. I was good. It's the Japan Beer House. I was looking to see,
Yes.
Japan beer.
Japanese beer.
Yes. I'll think about if maybe we can do a comparison or something like that. I mean, I'll do some thoughts about it, but for now it's just Japanese beer. But yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well then,
Might
the
as well
dog
sign off.
obviously probably gone. Yeah. So we're kind of done here. So would you like to sign us off, sir?
Sure. All right, everybody in the comment section, grab your glass, grab your drink. Time for one last kanpai. All right. So thank you guys for a great first show. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep, take it easy.
Peace.
Kanpai.
Got Bizzle, whatever's left of this.
All right, stop broadcast.